What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel and the video. Today what we got is the odrvm Wi-Fi action camera. It comes in this nice semi-hard zippered case. So let's go ahead and open it up and check it out. All right. Oh, there's a lot of stuff in here. There's the camera with the waterproof housing. There's some mounting hardware. Oh wow. And there is a battery, and let's check it out here. The battery is a 3.7 volt 900 milliamp size battery. Put that on the side. Okay, more mounting hardware and what looks like a bicycle mount, and also a tripod mount. And we have more stuff. We've got the instruction manual. We've got a couple zip ties, or 3 zip ties. We got some Velcro adhesive and a lanyard or some sort, cable lanyard. And we also got an extra waterproof housing back plate. We got some Velcro straps here. We got a couple of big ones and a couple of little ones here. And also a lens cleaning cloth. Oh my, there's still more, guys. Okay, we got some mounting hardware with adhesive already attached on it, like a helmet mount or something. And we got the USB to micro USB cable for charging, and I believe so. Let's put that on the side. Well, that's a lot of stuff. Let's put them all together. All right, guys, that is a lot of stuff inside that little bag. But let's go ahead and put that on the side here. We are interested in the camera right now, so let's go ahead and take a look at the camera more closely. All right, I think I put back everything where it came from, but I left the instruction manual out and also the battery out, as well as the camera. So let's take a closer look at the camera. All right, let's take a look at the camera. It's got a nice waterproof housing here. It's almost similar to the GoPro mount as well. The same kind of styling and same kind of housing as well. It is supposed to be good for water resistance up to 30 meters. So let's go ahead and open it up. It's got this nice silver buttons for all of the controls of the camera as well from the outside. So that is really cool, man. Let's go ahead and open it up. There's a little slider bar. You slide that little bar and lift up the front, and the back comes undone. So the back cover falls out and you can slide the camera right out. So let's put the housing on the side. I did a review on a very similar camera a little while back, and it was the Fury B 4K action camera. It feels very similar. It has a nice smooth texture on this one. However, it's got that matte finish texture that doesn't put fingerprints, so that is really cool. Here's the lens. I still have the little lens cover there, and that is the power button as well as the mode button. And there is some kind of a speaker grill right up in the front. Up on the side here, there is another slight bit of a speaker grill here, and a down button and a up button. And on the top we have a LED display light as well as an OK button. And on the opposite side, what we have here is the SD card slot, in which I installed a 4 gigabyte SD card. So this did not come with a SD card, however. So that is something that I installed myself. There's supposed to be some kind of a microphone right up here somewhere. I believe maybe that is it right there. I'm not sure about that, but there's the micro USB connecting port there, as well as the micro HDMI port right up on the underneath there as well. And on the bottom we have the battery bay compartment. So you slide this little bar over and you lift it up. Oh, well, let me go ahead and use a tool to lift that up. So let me push this baby down here, hold it down, and use a little tool to lift it up. And there you go. So, oh, what do you know? There is another battery inside there. So let's take a look. Yep, another 3.7 volt, 900 milliamp size battery. So you get two batteries with this camera, guys. So that is really cool. And as you can see, there is the, if you can see that, there is the 3-pin connection right up in there. There you go. Bring the light in so you can see it there. The 3-pin connector is on the top. So when you install the battery, you got to match up those 3-pin connectors to face to the top and push it in. And we get the battery cover and click that battery cover back in. So that is done. All right. So we have the LCD display in the back. We still have the protective shield on there. I'm just going to leave that on there. So let's go ahead and turn on the camera and check out all of the functions. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and power this baby up by holding down this power button here and let go. The blue light comes on and we got power. And we are starting off in 1080p at 60 frames per second. That's what it looks like here. Let me go ahead and kind of zoom in a little bit. Oh, I'm sorry. It is 1080p at 30 frames per second. And we got an indicator on the left of the amount of time on the recording. We got the 1080p at 30 frames per second indicator. We got 10-minute loop recording. And we have the microphone is on and the battery indicator is on as well. And on the bottom left, we have the date and the amount of time that the camera is running. All right, so let's go ahead and zoom back out. Bring the camera closer in. There you go. You can see everything here. Now, once in this mode, all I got to do is press the OK button. There you go. And I am starting to record. Check that out. So it is already set on 1080p, 30 frames per second, and I am recording. So let me go ahead and hit that again, and it pauses the recording. That is cool, and already saved that segment of the recording. So let's go ahead and hit on the mode here, this button here. Let me hit that button, see what happens. And we go into the camera mode, which is set on 12 megapixels. So in this mode as well, hit this OK button. It acts as the shutter, so you have just taken a photo in 12 megapixels. That is pretty cool. So let's go ahead and hit that mode button one more time. And we are at the playback mode. All right, so we got one playback mode here. Let me go ahead and press that. That is one. And let me go up and down on it. There is the video that we took at 1080 FHD, full HD. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And there you go. That's the video playback of that segment. All right, let's pause on that. And let me hit that bottom button again. All right, we don't have anything here, so go back up. I'm not sure what's going on there, but let's get out of the the playback mode here. So I wonder what. Okay, let me pause that, and then how do I get out from that? Let me press that mode button one more time. Oop. There you go. We went back to the playback mode here, in which I can go up and down and select which playback file I want to play back. Okay, there we go. So hit that mode button one more time, and we are going into the setups page, in which there is the resolution, TV out. Well, let's hit the resolution and go in the resolution, and we are set on 1080 FHD at 1920 by 1080, and it is 30 frames per second, guys. So let's go back down to one level, which is 720 at 60, 720 at 30, and WVGA at 848 by 480, and VGA by 640 by 480. And we are back to the 1080. All right, so we're gonna set it at 1080, and let's hit that TV out, and let's check out its menu. It's either on or off, so I'll leave it at off there. And OSD mode, let's check that out. OSD mode is either on or off as well. All right, so let's leave it on screen display mode, so on screen display. All right, time-lapse record, let's check that out. It is set on off, but you can have time-lapse for 1, 2, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, and 1 minute. Right on. We'll leave it at off. We're not interested in time-lapse photos, but if you are looking to do that, that is nice to have. Okay, capture mode, what is that? All right, the photo capture. It is a single down press on the shutter, and you are capturing a single photo. You got a 3-second timer, 5-second timer, 10-second, and 20-second timer. I'll just leave it at single. That is cool too. You can press the timer, get in the photo, and pose for the photo. So that's great. Cyclic record. That means continuously record in 10-minute segments. That's where it was set on the beginning when we got into the video taking mode. So 10 minutes off, 3 minute, 5 minute, and 10 minutes. So we'll leave it on 10 minutes here. So let's go hit that bottom button. HDR recording, on or off. I left it on off there. And also motion detection, it's set on off as well. And the audio, it's set on. So we are capturing audio. So let's get out of there, but you can set it so that you don't capture audio if you don't want. And also we have the date stamping. I have it on. I'll turn it off. So we got a date stamping turned off. Image size, let's check that out. I believe this is the photo image size. So, oops, sorry about that. My camera is out of focusing here. At 12 megapixels, you got 10 megapixels, 8 megapixels, 5, and 3. 2 mega HD, 1920 by 1080, VGA, 1.3. So we'll leave it at 12 megapixels. All right, and the quality, normal, economy, or fine. Well, I'm gonna leave it on fine. I'm gonna choose that. I want some nice photos. Sharpness, we got strong, soft, or normal, and I'll just leave it on normal. You got white balance as well. You can leave it on auto, daylight, cloudy, tungsten, fluorescent. No, I'll leave mine on auto. And color, we got color, black and white, and sepia. So leave it on color. ISO, leave it on auto, 100, 200, 400. So back down to auto. Exposure, wow, there's a lot of settings on this thing. 0.0, you can have it negative exposure or positive exposure. I like it 0, so I'll just leave it on 0. Anti-shaking, it is off. You know what? I'm gonna leave it on on. So we have some anti-shaking for videos. Language, let me go in there. Oh, you got all kinds of languages. I believe there's about 10 or so different languages here. And we'll leave it on English. All right. Date and time setup. I haven't set up the date and time, and I don't want to set it up, so I'm just going to leave it blank. So we're just going to leave it. Wait a minute. Can I get out, please? How am I supposed to get out? 2015, 2017. I guess it wants me to set it up, guys. So I'm going to set it up. So May 23rd. Oop, you hold it, you are out. What happened there? All right, let's go back into the settings here and finish that off. Okay, I'm just going to go and skip that date and time because I don't want that on. Auto power off. What is that? Okay, if you left it on without it recording or taking photos for 3 minutes, it'll auto power off. So that's good. At 3 minutes, that's pretty good. Beep sound, on or off. Okay, leave it on. TV mode, you got NTSC or PAL. Leave it on NTSC. Screensavers. 1 minute, 5 minute, oops, sorry, 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, or off, or 30 seconds. Well, I'll leave it on 1 minute. And frequency, 50 hertz or 60 hertz. Oh, wow. I'll leave it on 60 hertz. That is the refresh rate, guys. So rotate. No, I don't want to rotate my video, but you are able to rotate it in case you hook up this baby upside down on a quadcopter using the waterproof housing GoPro mount, so it will hang upside down, so you can actually rotate the video upside down. So that is awesome. Car mode. All right, for those of you who want to record on the car mode, I believe when you power it on, it comes directly on and it records. So if you put it on, it is the car mode. I'll leave it on off. I'm not going to record on the car mode. Wi-Fi SSID and sports TV return. Okay, I'll just leave it on return. Wi-Fi password. It is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, you can change it. So that's what this is. So you can scroll. Oops. All right, how do you change this? Nope. Let me go back in there. Press it in. Okay, so I can change by going up and down the Wi-Fi password. So that is pretty cool. All right, so let me get out here. Let me press this and see what happens. Oops, you gotta hit that mode button to scroll, and I'm gonna go back. All right, so that's how you change it. License no set. What does that mean? Nope, it is not set. Nope. All right. Oh, delete button. Delete current or delete all. Nope. Delete current. Erase this. Cancel. So I didn't want to delete anything. You might accidentally delete something in that mode. So be careful with that. And here is the format. If you want to format your SD card, so you can go ahead and format it. That'll erase everything. There's the default settings. Return settings to defaults, cancel or okay it. And I believe that is the final one. And this is the version of this software. All right, so let's get out of the setup. And we are back to the original mode, which is the video taking mode, and it is set on 1080p at 30 frames per second. All right, so that is it on this action camera, the display and all of the functions. So let's go ahead and take it outside and shoot some videos. All right, guys, before we go shoot some video, let's go ahead and check out the Wi-Fi phone app. I've got my iPad and I've downloaded the Wi-Fi phone app. It does not come in the tablet version, it only comes in the phone version, but I was able to download it into my iPad here, and it looks like this here. It is called the ZSANY Cam app. You can find that in your app store, so go ahead and check that out. So what you want to do now is turn on the camera. There we go. I'm in the 1080p 30 frames per second mode, and that is my favorite resolution, so I'm just going to leave it there. And what you want to do is hit that up button, and that goes into the Wi-Fi mode here. So we got the SSID is the sports DV, and you can change that in the settings as I showed earlier. And the PWD is the password. It is 12345678, and press the up button again to return. Okay, so I'm going to just leave it right here, and let's go ahead and hit the settings and connect to the sports DV Wi-Fi network. All right, as you can see, we got Wi-Fi video. Check that out. Okay, so we're going to get out and we're going to hit the app, and we should get the same video coming onto our app here. All right. Oop, that took a couple seconds there to load up on the Wi-Fi. All right, so we got Wi-Fi FPV kind of. Okay, so don't use this as an FPV source, guys, because it is not a... Oh, and the display turned off to save battery. That is great because you got this display here. You don't need that one. So don't use this for a Wi-Fi FPV, guys. Like I'm saying, it is only good for about 10 meters. So don't stick this on a quadcopter and think that you can have first-person view on your phone app or on your iPad for that matter. All right, so let's take a look at the Wi-Fi phone app here. We've got the video mode here. As you can see, the red button turned on. So you can go ahead and record directly from your phone, and you can initiate the recording, and it is recording. There's a counter, and there's a red light blinking indicating that you are recording video. All right, so you can turn it off, and it probably saved the video. So let's go to the camera mode. Oh, look at that. There's a blue camera icon that came on, and okay. Did it take 2 shots? I pressed it once, and it takes a while for it to take the shot and load. All right, so let's check out the next button there, and it is the photo album button. We are in the photo album, and we are in the video. So we have one video. Let's check that out. Play. All right, there is the video that we have just taken a little moment ago, and we can play that video. As you can see, the bar is going. I didn't move the camera, so it is the same photo, same shot. Let's go back out, and that was the video. Now let's take a look. If we hit that video, now we're going to go back to shooting the video. Okay, so let's go back to the album. And what is this? Okay, you can select. All right, so I can go ahead and select that file and delete it. All right, warning prompt, and the video has been deleted. Okay, so that is the select button there. Now let's go to the photo. There's the 2 photos that I've taken. Let's check that out. It's loading the image. Takes a while. There you go. Nice image. What is that? Okay, you can manipulate it. All right, and you can also delete it. So you can go ahead and delete it and confirm one of the photos has been deleted, and there's still a selection tab on this one as well, and you can go ahead and delete from here as well. All right, so we are out of the photo album, but there's still a settings button: download quality, fast download, original file, or cancel. All right, so you can, that's the download speed. All right, so let's go back to the camera mode here, to the beginning of the page, and we still got to check out the settings. And oh, a big font. Maybe I have my font size on my iPad setting to be big or something. But you got the movie record size here, movie exposure value, audio, date, cyclically record, motion detection, WDR, capture size. Oh, 20 mega. This only goes up to 12 megapixels. Maybe this app is kind of a universal app that they are using for all of their cameras. There may be cameras that also has 20 megapixels. So there's not much of the settings, just a handful of settings that you can adjust from your phone app. All right, so I'm not going to go through every single one. Probably use the settings on your camera is a lot better. So that is the Wi-Fi phone app. Now let's go shoot some photos and videos. 720p at 30 frames per second. Seven 720p, 60 frames per second. Ten 1080p, 30 frames per second. Seven 720p at 30 frames per second. Seven 720p at 60 frames per second. Ten 1080p at 30 frames per second. All right, we got the camera hooked up to the Bugs 3 quadcopter. We're going to make 3 runs. We're going to first start off with 1080p, 30 frames per second, and then 720p at 60, and then 720p at 30. All right, so let's go.